everybody. Welcome to Couch Convo with Coach Karla. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Coach Karla, your host. Every Thursday night, we are here to give you life tips, tools, and solutions to help make your life better. And on tonight, we have an entrepreneur with us. Our special guest is Miss Novel of Novel Unique. Welcome.
Thank you.
So glad to have you.
Yes.
And I want everyone to know, before I forget, I have on one of her pieces right now. Wait a minute, let me give it. I don't know, I'm not gonna get up because I don't think they can see, but it's a dress, and then I put the belt with it. And she has on her items as well. I love this skirt.
Thank you.
Patchwork. Did you have a name for it?
This is my affirmation skirt.
Ooh, yes. Now, see, I'm going to have to do that because I'm an affirmation lady. So I'm going to have to get one special made with affirmations. But I'm familiar with her work, but let everybody else know who this young lady is. In 2012, Novel wanted to sew because it was hard to find clothes to fit her body type. I can relate to that. Plus size. Hard to find clothes that were cute and comfortable. In 2015, God released her to share her gift with others, and Novel Unique was created. Novel Unique features clothes that pop with lots of color and flow to embrace all women. Novel sews for everyone. Her target audience tends to be plus size and tall ladies. Novel's new chapter in her life is truly a blessing and allows her to continue to be creative through fashion and design. All right, it's so good to have you. Such a pretty lady, and I've seen her pictures online on social media, but you're more pretty in person.
Thank you. We've never met in person.
We sure haven't. You know what? I saw you from afar at, I call it the cue ball, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And I had on this dress and this belt. I wanted to be unique, and I knew if I wore this dress with this belt that nobody else would have it on. But I saw you from a distance at the entrance. Yep. So that's the only time I've seen you in person. So I get to meet her, y'all.
Yes.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your journey as an entrepreneur.
Well, my journey as an entrepreneur did not start with me wanting to be an entrepreneur.
Okay.
It started out of a need. A need that I had for myself. So, like I said in my bio, it started as a need for myself that I wanted clothes to fit my body type. And from there, the journey began. And like I said, when God released me to sew for other people, it's been on ever since 2012.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Now, have you always sewn? Because, like when I was in high school, people had home ec and learned how to sew. When did you start sewing?
I started sewing in 2012.
Wow.
Yes. Well, I started sewing in the spring of 2011 during spring break. I wanted to make myself a maxi skirt. So I went to the store, went to Joann's, and I bought the fabric and the pattern and got a sewing machine, and it was an epic failure. It was hard.
Really?
It looked like a Gordon Gartrell.
Okay.
And then I decided to just go ahead and go home and practice a little bit, and then it just started coming naturally. So I was not, no, I didn't have it in high school.
Okay. Now, what I like that you shared is that the first time you tried it, it didn't work out. Because a lot of times people think when they see entrepreneurs, they always assume that this person is a natural, and when they first did it, it just came right together, and that's not always the case. So if there's something that we want to do, we got to keep going so we can get to it. And now, tell me a little bit about how you come up with your designs.
Well, I think I initially started with my designs for things that I felt like fit my body type.
Okay.
So I love long. I like for it to drag the ground, and then I like for stuff to be different, off the cuff. So I kind of wanted to come up with things. So now when I design, a lot of things either are off of something that I may have seen or something that I have that I just say, oh, let me try that. And I do it because it's something that I want to do necessarily, not necessarily what somebody else wants me to do, but what I want to do. And then I found out it hits. So once I find out it hits, then that's what I kind of stay in that area.
Okay. Now this is super comfortable that I have on. I believe it's cotton, right?
It's a jersey knit.
It's a jersey knit.
Yes.
Okay. And that's one of the reasons why I like your clothes, because I like jersey knit anyway.
Okay.
But I see that you've got some jean type things coming out. So how do you decide which fabric to work with?
Well, I enjoy working with certain fabrics because dealing with plus size, being in the plus size arena, I like for stuff that's going to make us comfortable. So not necessarily anything flimsy. I want it to be able to hold. I want it to have quality so that you'll be able to wear it again and not necessarily it's too thin, somebody can see through it. I want something with quality.
Yeah.
This year, I really wanted to kind of do a throwback to what I really liked. So I chose denim, and I also chose denim because for some reason, and I think it's probably an effect of COVID and the market, fabric is really hard to source right now. So it's very hard right now for me to find the prints and the boldness that I like without being too repetitive.
Okay.
So that's where denim came in. I was able to find denim. And then I said, well, let's try this. And then when I tried it, it was like everybody said, oh my gosh. And I was like, oh, they like it. So let's make some more. So that's how it kind of happened.
Yeah, and denim has really kind of stayed in style
It has.
throughout the years. And so, yeah.
And it's made a resurgence now.
Yeah.
And it's made it a resurgence where it's almost like when I was in high school where we could wear the ripped jeans and the bleached look and the paint splattered. So it's almost what I consider to be wearable art.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. And I'm an art girl. I like anything that's creative or has to do with the arts.
Yes.
So, yeah. Now, are those mostly the types of people who buy your clothes, you think, artsy people? Or
No, it's the everyday woman. I create for the everyday woman. Like I said, I like to create things that makes me feel comfortable, but if I want to feel sexy, I can feel sexy, and then I can still feel my age and be sexy and not necessarily have to compete.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So older women or more mature women, however we want to say it, can still dress in a contemporary way.
Right. True.
I
Yes.
like that. And that's where I am now.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
I accept that and walk in it. Y'all do that now.
Seasoned.
Yeah, seasoned. Okay, so I know that you've done weddings. I've seen at least one wedding that you've done. How do you work with the bride to prepare for the wedding? Or just, tell me a little bit about how you do weddings.
Well, first I wasn't going to do
Weddings, okay.
But my wonderful boss was the one that slipped me down into their pathway of weddings. But I think with the bride, I try to be considerate of what they want and very realistic because I do deal with plus size. We have to be beautiful on our day as well, and we know the market doesn't offer us what we deserve.
Options.
Right,
Yeah.
it's many options. So with brides, we sit down and we talk about the fabrics and the idea and the vision and what you're trying to convey across. But most of the brides that I do deal with are more contemporary. So not necessarily want the contemporary, the traditional wedding dress. They kind of want something different out the box. So out the box and different is me.
It is. It is. And I saw a wedding that you did. You did the blue and gold. I went to Fisk. Madeline Savage Towns. I don't know what her married name is now, but
Sheldon. I did her reception dress. Yes.
Okay, all right. Then she put the cowboy boots with it.
She put the cowboy boots on up to here.
Yeah. And it's amazing how everything is connected because actually I ended up singing with her daughter with the Memphis Black Arts Alliance.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know Madeline and her daughter. Yeah. So, how do you like working with the young ladies and teenagers for prom? I've seen you do some prom dresses as well.
Well, prom is interesting.
Yes.
I I typically only do my clients or it's referred for prom. Only because I like to have that personal relationship with my clients, and I also give that to their children as well, so that we can sit down and we can talk and discuss. Prom is very interesting because it has its pros and cons, but I truly enjoy working with the teenagers. Last year was my first year that I went above what I would normally do, which is probably 2 or 3. Last year I did a lot more. It was a learning experience, and it was also very good for the girls that came to me that thought completely out of the box. And that's what made it fun, is that they didn't necessarily want to be like what they saw. They wanted to do something different and out of the box.
Yeah.
Because prom can be very expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and the only other thing that I would take from that is, I wish us women could spend that type of money on ourselves that we so freely give for our children for that one day. I think we as women, we are so reserved in what we give or pamper ourselves with. And I found that we have it. If we have it for our children, so let's do it for ourselves, because we really do deserve it.
Absolutely. And I think, I just finished talking to a client about the same thing that you're saying. It was either today or yesterday. And what I've seen is a lot of times moms will get those clearance items. Well, this is only $7, so I can do it. But if we would save those $7, let's just say, multiply that and get a really nice piece, something that's a showstopper. You might not be a showstopper person, but something that's not on the clearance rack at Walmart or wherever. Every woman deserves to feel and look beautiful, and every woman needs at least one showstopper piece.
And I think that's what I try to do for my brand. Is my goal is that when you walk into the room, somebody's going to say, "Oh my gosh, where did you get that from?
Where did you get that from?"
And I have found, again, when I started sewing, it was for me. And I did not desire to sew for other people. Especially, I was very apprehensive about sewing for other women, just because we know how we can be as women. But when God opened that door, He opened the door to women that have become my friends, have become my family, people that I take advice from them. They come into the shop, they pour out, I pour in, they pour into me. So it's almost a ministry, just like you just said. If we could just invest it in ourselves. A lot of people say things about the prices, but when you put it on and it's just for you, like it's for your body, then it makes a difference in how you carry yourself and how you see it. And so I do believe that you deserve to invest just a little bit to give yourself that.
Yeah. And then I'm a clearance girl. I'll go to the clearance section, but not just for clothes, for other stuff too. But what I want to say is sometimes those pieces, well, let me say this right here. The pieces that I see moms talking about, they get, because it costs $7, $5, it's torn up, it's out of shape. So, was it really worth it? Just think about saving up that coin and putting that money towards something that's going to last a little bit longer. Because I'm going to have this dress for a while, honey. I like it. It's got pockets, too.
Of course, pockets.
So do you have a favorite fabric that you like to work with?
Ooh. Sequins is my jam.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Sequin is my jam. And because we can wear it year round now,
that's
sequin
true.
is my jam.
That is true, yeah.
But sequin can be pricey.
Yeah.
So my next is, I love working with a knit that I have called a Ponte knit. I love jersey knit, but I like a Ponte knit because a Ponte knit is heavy. But it also is it stretches well. It breathes good, and you can pack it without having to iron and travel.
Yeah.
So what I found in designing is just learning the fabrics, so that when I do have clients and custom orders, I can say, I don't like that fabric for this project. Maybe we should try this fabric because it's going to complement you more.
Right.
Or a lot of the fabrics are a ITY knit, and those where I get all my prints.
Oh, okay.
So it's just learning the fabrics.
Okay. Now, I know you love your sequin skirts.
I do.
Do you have a favorite piece that you've made out of all of your pieces?
I think out of my sequin pieces, it has to be my patchwork sequin skirt that I did maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Everything that I design, whatever the season is, what I design as my first capsule piece is always my favorite for, like the denim is my thing right now. Like the denim is the thing right now. Next year it might be something completely different. It just depends.
And so I'm looking at the patches that you have. So if someone wants to bring you fabric or patches that they would like to use in the design, do you do things like that as well?
I do, if you know your fabrics.
Oh.
Because a lot of times now fabrics are not the same. So it just depends. Like you might see something that's pretty, but it's not pretty for what you want it for.
Oh, okay.
So it just depends. So I will take fabrics and patches, but it just depends on what the use is for.
Okay. All right. Now, do you have a special process when people want to get a custom piece done?
Yes. So the process is you go to my website, which is www.novelunique.com. It's my name. And then you can click on scheduling an appointment. If appointments are available, then you can schedule your appointment, and then I will accept, and then we will come in and have a consultation.
Okay. Now, are consultations free, or do they have to pay for the consultation?
No, consultations are free.
Oh, okay, because you know everybody consultation ain't free, baby.
I know, everybody we we nickel and dime these days, but no, consultations are free.
Okay, all right, I like that. Okay.
Yes.
So, what's the biggest challenge you faced as an entrepreneur?
Ooh, it's so many. I think one of the biggest things that I've had to learn is I cannot do it all the time.
Yeah.
I love having personal relationships with my clients, but if I talk all day, I'm not gonna get no work done.
Yeah.
So I get in trouble because I'm not as responsive as I might need to be.
Okay.
But I promise I'm on the sewing machine.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's one of those things in trying to find the balance, especially when you're the person that has to pick the fabric, wash the fabric, cut the fabric, sew the fabric, contact clients. It's a lot. So that's one of the biggest things. And just kind of being in what I would consider a fabric desert, because it's hard to find fabric. I wish I could make the fabric, but I can't, but it's hard to find fabric being in Memphis. So a lot of the things that I do, I have to order fabric from different places, or I travel to different cities to find fabric. And it just depends on if I get it in and it works. If I get it in and if it doesn't work, then it all depends.
Now, I've seen, now this is just from me watching the sewing shows on TV. I've seen where they draw fabric and then print it out. I mean, is that accessible to designers?
So, like this that I have on right here is what I designed and it created it's on cotton.
Okay.
But it just depends. It could be very pricey to set your own designs.
Okay.
But you can do it. It's possible.
Yeah.
And you can get patterns and prints. But it can be very pricey to sit down and try to get the specific fabric that you want.
Okay. All right. Okay. What motivates you? You know, we talked about challenges. What motivates you to keep going?
Oh, I love my clients. I love creating. I love seeing the fabric in the beginning and then seeing what it can become. And then seeing it on the person that has decided to wear it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I like the process of designing, and I like I like fabrics. Like, you know how people like to go purse shopping and they like makeup? Oh, me and fabric.
You like fabric?
Oh, yes.
That's good. I like that. It's different.
Very.
Do you have a favorite mantra or saying that you live by, or even that you use to motivate you in your business?
Just do it. That's all I got. Just
do it.
I mean, the mantra that I have in doing business on a regular basis is you got to do it. That's it. Just do it. Get up, do it, and then let's see how it works out. Let's see what happens, and then we go back to the table if it doesn't happen. But just doing it, not quitting.
Yeah, don't quit.
Don't quit.
Whatever the dream is,
Whatever
don't
the
quit.
dream is, don't quit.
You might have to retool. You might have to reorganize,
You might
revamp.
only get 3 likes on it, and the algorithm, you get frustrated with the algorithm, and you don't get what you think you're supposed to get. Yeah, it's things like that.
Yeah, but it will be, if it's a dream truly that God gave you, it will be worth it in the end. Just keep going.
It will be.
Yeah.
It will
And sometimes we're learning things through the challenges and the process. So.
And I think I've learned a lot through the process and the challenges of just being a designer and having to juggle so many areas of life and still try to be accountable for myself. It's a lot, you know, but you have to figure it out. So yeah.
Okay. Is any advice that you would give to entrepreneurs that are out there right now who are interested in starting their own business?
You cannot give up. You have to keep, and I think now we are in such an instant society where we want it right now, right here, right now. You just have to be willing to put in the work. I think when I started my growth grew organically. And now so much is driven by social media that I'm not socially savvy to get on Instagram, TikTok all the time to continuously keep do that. But that's what you have to do. So you have to take baby steps, but you have to put yourself out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's where just do it comes in. Sometimes you just gotta just get started.
Make your next move your best move.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's make sure that people know how to follow you on social media. I know you mentioned your website is novelunique.com. And how
Yes.
do they find you on social media?
Novel Unique is on Instagram, and Novel Unique is on Facebook. It's novel spelled just like a book. My middle name is Unique.
All right. Well, I've enjoyed having you. This has been a wonderful conversation. And I want to invite the audience to make sure you tune in to Comcast Channel 17 on Friday nights at 7 p.m., where you will see this show broadcast. And thank you so much for joining us. And as always, come on back to the couch for Couch Convo with Coach Karla. Good night.
Ladies, do you feel feminine during your feminine flow? You know, your monthly cycle, your period? Are you still suffering in silence? The suffering is over. It's time to choose Rain. Rain is an all-natural, premium sanitary napkin with 8 layers of cotton, high-grade polymers, graphene to help cut bacteria by 99.9%. Ladies, let's protect the most precious jewel in the world, you.
Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins do not make any medically backed claims or personal recommendations of any kind. For more information, contact Marilyn McGee.
Can you actually imagine hosting your next event at the all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center?
Yes, spacious, beautiful venue with plenty of parking, located in the heart of East Memphis. Let us host your next intimate birthday gathering, family repast, bachelorette party, wedding and reception, baby shower, corporate meeting, social club event. Call us today. Don't wait. 901-244-6874. The all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center.
You're talking about a good time children. We all come on now.
Center Stage Gospel Music live from Memphis, Tennessee, featuring gospel artists from around the world. Toe-tapping, hand-clapping, down-home gospel music. Watch on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and your local Comcast. Download the SVP TV app now on your smart television and mobile device. Center Stage Gospel season premieres Sunday, 8 p.m. Central. Tune in to Talking Law with Attorney Daryl O'Neill and a special guest host, Attorney Jerome Payne. Live TV talk on your digital device, on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Download the SVP TV app right now. Check us out every Tuesday on Comcast Cable, Channel 17, 8:30 p.m. And we are live every Friday on Facebook Live, 6 o'clock in the evening. You've got a question? Our attorneys have the answer. So let's talk law with Attorney Daryl O'Neill on the SVP TV network.
Hey folks, it's Issa Haddad here. I got some good news and a special invitation for you to come see me here at Sunrise Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with new, pre-owned, and certified vehicles to choose from. I can get you finance when no one else can. Come on by, bring your family. I treat you like family. Come see me, Issa, here at the #1 dealership in the Mid-South, 4605 Houston Levy Road, Sunrise Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with hundreds of vehicles to choose from, pre-owned, new, and certified.
Good news from Sunrise Chevrolet. Get in your new vehicle today. Come on in, ask for Issa. Bankrupt, slow pay, bad credit, it's okay. Let Issa put you in your brand new truck or car today when you shop at Sunrise Chevrolet Collierville.
And don't forget, ask for me, Issa.
SVP.